is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Siler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Siler.
I think one of the special things about D1 is it's not about D1's goal. It's about your goal. Wherever you're at, whatever that goal is, maybe it's to make the high school team, maybe it's to lose 20 pounds, whatever it is, you show up, you tell us your goal, and let us help you get there. One of the themes at D1 is to level up. No matter where you are, our heart is to help you take the next step. What would be your goal? Why do you show up to train?
Personally, I would like to play football.
How can you get 1% better today?
Just be the person next to me, be myself every day.
When you show up here, you have that mindset of, hey, I got a goal, I'm going to embrace the grind, and I would rather experience the pain of discipline than the pain of regret. So what is D1 5-star training? Number one, it starts with a dynamic warm-up. Getting our body in the position, in the place we need it so that we can perform, which is number two. Because performance for an athlete is king. But our effort is 90% or more of whatever exercise we were doing. Number three is strength. Then we get to really get into the weight room and focus on the strength. And number four is core and conditioning. For me, conditioning is not a lot about what you can do. It's about that place that you're willing to go. You're willing to push yourself, and then we finish with a cool down. So that's our 5-star workout here at D1. We believe it's proven. We believe it works. We believe it'll also work for you. So don't be afraid of showing up and let us help you take the next steps.
D1! Brian Botcher with good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to NIC-10 High School Girls Basketball here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by State Farm. Here from Boylan Catholic High School in Rockford, Illinois. We're about a week away from the end of the season, and we have a matchup between the top two teams in conference as Hononegah continues their march towards a third straight undefeated conference season, while the Boylan Titans look to keep their conference championship hopes alive with a victory here tonight. Alongside Tyler Fowler, I am Trevor Larson, and welcome into tonight's broadcast here and what might be one of the biggest games of the season in the girls' schedule as two rivals square off to begin the second month of the year. We're a couple of minutes away from tip-off, Tyler. Let's get a quick preview of what we can expect out of these squads here tonight. As mentioned, the visiting Hononegah Indians have been the team to beat in the NIC-10, and they are on the verge of a third straight undefeated conference season and have been a veritable buzzsaw this season, as 11 of their 14 victories have been by 10 or more points on the year.
And we've been lucky enough that one of our colleagues here at Clutch Sports Media 815 has talked to their coach, and they know what is at stake. Again, like you mentioned, the third straight undefeated season, but they're going game by game, night by night.
We'll tell you a little bit about Boylan here after some of the pre-game festivities. So we'll take a break and hear the school.
Lord, bless student athletes of Hononegah and Boylan Catholic High School. Protect both youth from injuries and grant them safe travel to and from all contests. Help both teams use their talents well in the exercise of their sport. Bless both our fans and our athletes' efforts to enhance sportsmanship and the ability to look well for one another. Amen.
Heard the national anthem here. So Tyler, let's take a look at these Boylan Titans. They themselves have not been a slouch in conference. However, they finished as the runners-up in 3 straight seasons behind these Hononegah Indians. You know, they're led by one of the best players in conference, Lillian Esparza, averaging 20 and 10 on the season, a double-double. A really impressive player here in the NIC-10.
Yeah, and at the high school level, whether it's boys or girls, averaging a double-double is extremely impressive. And, you know, it's definitely due to her hard work. And that has been propelled her into talks for player of the season in the NIC-10.
Starting lineups are being announced here, as you can see on our broadcast. Quick reminder that these Titans fell to the Indians earlier this season by a tally of 43-30. That was on the road at Hononegah. Hononegah, like we mentioned in the pregame, they have only had 3 games this season in conference that have been decided by less than 10 points. They were really pushed to the limits about a week ago against Guilford. That one went to double overtime. The Indians prevailed, however. So we'll see if they can keep it up. They've got a couple of conference games left on the schedule. If they pull out a victory here this evening, they will clinch at worst a share of the conference championship. And with the way things have gone this season and throughout the rest of the past couple of years, you'd expect a victory tonight would be all but wrapping it up for them.
Yeah, and I mean, both of these teams have a chance to make a deep run in the postseason. So, I mean, this kind of caliber of opposition, they need to use it, whether or not they have it, you know, controlled, to really test themselves, try new things out, and kind of get that feeling for when those big games happen later on in February.
Expecting a good defensive battle here tonight. These two teams tops on defense in the conference. Both of them top 4 in offense. Boylan has the best offense, the only team in the NIC-10 averaging over 60 points per game, as the opening tip is going to be touched by the Titans. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Hononegah basketball to start off. Tyler, a packed crowd here on the first weekend in February. Should be a good atmosphere as these two heated rivals square off.
Yeah, both teams travel very well. And, you know, on a Friday night, this is what we love to see here in the state line.
Here is Allison Nealfelt, as she's going to get fouled going to the rim. So she'll shoot 2 at the line. Opportunity to put up the first points of the game. Real quick starters here for the Indians. Number 3, Jordan Johnson. Number 21, Olivia Robinson. Number 22, Danielle Franz. Number 23, Allison Nealfelt at the line. Her first free throw is good. Number 33, Jordan Dimke. For the Titans, we have number 10, Gianna Mariano. Number 12, Alanya Petalbear, as the second free throw is good. Number 24, Kaylee Harder. And number 32, Lillian Esparza. It's like the Titans are going to be trapping in the backcourt. This one's going to be thrown off the knee of Franz. So it'll stay with the Titans as the Indians have a quick 2-point lead here, 21 seconds down in the first quarter. This Petalbear has the ball, gives it up, now gets it right back. Runs over to Rose. Rose right back to Petalbear. She finds a teammate in the corner. Now the offense resets back up top. It's like the Indians in a bit of a hybrid zone man defense. We'll see what kind of ball pressure they're going to employ here. A 3-ball is up and off the rim. Rebound underneath by the Titans. This one's going to be kicked out to Rose. She finds Mariano. And now the Titans offense has to reset once again. Good defense on the interior by the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, very perimeter heavy from Boylan's part. They're having 4 players outside the 3-point line, and Esparza working the lane.
Yeah, this Indian defense just really solid. Boylan really whipping the ball around, trying to find an angle to get the ball to their star player, Esparza, down low. As we're going to have a 3-ball lined up for Petalbear. No good. Rebound by the Indians. As we're going to have a foul. Nealfelt pulled that one down, and she got clipped in the backcourt.
Great ball movement so far for Boylan. Just, again, really unable to find anything open. Kind of a forced shot right there.
Here are the Indians getting the ball across half court. That's Olivia Robinson who has it up top. Boylan playing also kind of a man defense. Now they collapse in on the lane on the drive. Johnson picks up her dribble, gets it over to the left wing, and this one's going to be dribbled out of bounds. It'll stay here. A lot of noise being made over on the Boylan sideline. Again, we have a very large crowd here on hand this Friday evening, as this one is underneath and good for Dimke, who puts it up. After 2 minutes, the Indians have a 4-0 lead. Seen a lot of ball movement so far in this ball game. They get it back once again. Here's Johnston. Johnson controls the ball up top. Dribbles off to the left, now spins. Her shot is up. A nice finish off the front of the rim and in. And the Hononegah press really working here early, as this one's going to be thrown way over the head of Rose as it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Hononegah basketball. And we'll have a timeout as the coaches want to talk it over. So Tyler, early in this one, looks like this Hononegah press is really clamping down on the ball. We've already seen a couple of turnovers in the backcourt for the Titans. And if you're Boylan, to stay in this ball game, we know how good this Hononegah defense has been, allowing just over 30 points per game. And you're not going to be able to win if you're turning the ball over early and often. Yeah, those are just free possessions for Hononegah. Boylan has to figure out something to break this press. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for the Lady Titans. The baseline out of bounds underneath the basket. This is Johnson looking to find a teammate. So maybe a bit of confusion that time as Dimke gets the ball up top. Her shot a little bit off. Good rebound underneath. That is Esparza. As here are the Titans. Rose has it, now gets it over to Petalburg, and we're going to have another turnover. Yeah, just unfortunate right there. Almost able to make it past half court, but just stopped. So Petalburg, get a pronunciation correction here for the Titans. As once again, the Indians control the ball in the front court. A bad pass, and this one's going to find its way to Johnson, who lines up a triple, no good. Here are the Titans on the run out. Now they get the ball back. And more ball movement here for the Titans as they look to set up their offense in front court. And they had to find points on this possession. Otherwise, this lead is going to continue to grow. Tolber gets it down to Esparza. Her turnaround jump shot from the free throw line is good. As the second leading scorer in the NIC-10 has her first points. This one all the way down court. Dimke puts up another as a great down court pass leads the points that time for the Indians. Almost a travel, but the Titans get the ball. Here is another interior shot from Esparza. No good. Good hustle that time by Westland underneath. She cannot come away with the ball. Here are the Indians. Robinson has this one, looking for a teammate. She gets it down low. That one's going to be poked away, but they're going to call a foul that time on Harder. They got a little bit over-aggressive that time, trying to steal that ball down low. And that could just be nerves, a big game, or a little bit of frustration on her part. Have a substitution here, both sides. Again, Indians ball. They're going to inbound from below their own basket. Bit of a risky play that time. Dimke able to come away with it. She had some defenders in her face as soon as she touched it. They reset the offense once again. Johnson goes left, hands it off to Robinson. Robinson looking for a lane, now switches on to Esparza. Looking to find a dribble angle. Not able to do so, so they reset the offense once again up to the top of the key. Johnson looking to dribble, and that one's a little bit too high. She did, in fact, turn her wrist over. So a turnover by the Indians. It'll be Boylan basketball, Tyler. They're going to have to get a couple more of those to have a shot at pulling out a victory here this evening. Yeah, they're starting behind the 8 ball. Obviously, still trying to figure out the press, which it seems they have figured something out how to break it. So see, as there's a turnover, Bad pass that time from Rose, trying to get it into Esparza. Indians lead 8-2, 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter if you're just joining us. And some sloppy play by the Titans early. They've turned the ball over 4 or 5 times already in this first quarter, as there we see a strip on the drive that time as the Titans come away with it. And get the ball across midcourt. Trapped in the corner is Hernandez, and we're going to have a timeout. Boylan.
I believe that was actually out of bounds right there on the Titans.
I thought that they were able to get the timeout, but I think you're right, Tyler. She might have stepped on that sideline there. Not a lot of room here on the sidelines here at Boylan High School. Plenty of room on the baselines, but the fans really on top of you here in this arena.
Quite the opposite compared to other local gyms, I would say.
Here are the Indians, as looks like the Titans are applying some real ball pressure on those dribble handoffs. Johnston gets the ball into the corner. Now they reset up top to Harris. Harris picks up her dribble, gets it over to Johnston. Hononegah looking like they're content to really wait this offense out. Harris has the ball. Now she drives right, and this one's going to be blocked away from Esparza. Last touch by her. That time a little bit overzealous. They're driving into one of those players with great size, as Esparza does have. Listed as 6'2" here on our roster sheet. It's always tough to get those scoop layups up and towards the basket.
And great feat by all the Boylan defenders there. Was able to stifle Hononegah's offense.
Neilfelt has the ball. She gets it over to Johnston. Her drive was shut off towards the corner. Dimke has it. Now she's going to dribble handoff once again to Harris. Harris looking for some room up top. She's pressured. And we're going to have a foul on Hononegah. A illegal screen or a moving screen by the Indians. And another turnover for the Hononegah squad as Boylan looks to get some offense going here. They've only put up 2 points in the first 6 minutes of the game.
And if you're Boylan, you're really hoping that your turnover woes are done and it kind of transfers over to Hononegah.
There are the Indians trying to get their offense set up. Their coach screaming from the sidelines. Now they finally are able to get into their set. But the Indians' defense is really playing excellently. The ball pressure has been tremendous here in this first quarter.
Great hustle by the Hononegah Indians. As soon as a player gets the ball, there's 1-2 defenders right away.
As you mentioned it, that was a intercepted pass. Esparza looking for a teammate, could not find it. A jump shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by Petalber. Here is Westland. She gets the ball across half court, tipped from behind, and another turnover by the Titans. It'll go back to the Indians. Johnson across half court, gets into the lane. Little drop-off pass underneath, no good, but fouled from behind by Rose. And the Indians will be going back to the line to shoot 2 more.
And right there was just a matter of Marinero just losing her person, and as far as having to step over, create that space for Dimke.
First one up, no good. Has a shot to extend this lead to 7 points. And kind of what we expected here in this first quarter, low scoring. Second free throw is up and good. This one's going to be into the front court. We got a 2-on-1. Here is Petalber driving the lane, and her shot up good off the glass. Nice play that time to beat the press, and a bad pass over the top. A little bit overzealous that time were the Indians. They tried to retaliate with a fast break shot of their own. Instead, it'll be a turnover, and the Titans have a shot to bring this within a 1-possession ball game.
And Petalberg had her teammate open on the wing, choosing to take it all the way to the basket.
Westland gets this one over to Rose. Now back up to Petalber. Inside the 3-point arc, and we're going to have a foul. Esparza got hit across the arm as soon as she had that one. It looks like they're really trying to feed her the ball around that free throw area, but she is just being hounded by defenders every time she touches the ball, being forced to make those touch passes. We're going to see if she's able to respond, as this one is an elbow jump shot, no good that time.
Yeah, and if they're doing that, she obviously must love kind of her shot from there.
Robinson with the dump off pass. Good defense underneath by the Titans that time. Rebound comes away from it with Patalber.
Like I was saying, she must love that shot. Must be very good at it for her coach to really kind of rely and run their offense through her there.
Good pass that time out to Rose. Now resets to Patalber. So as Westland steps into the lane, a little bit too strong that time. 10 seconds left to go here in the quarter. There's Robinson across half court with some speed. She's hounded. She's got to get a shot up. She does, and it rims out. Almost threw it up. A miracle shot. No good, but at the end of one, a low-scoring game, 13 points in total. The Indians on top of the Titans, 9-4. We'll be back after this. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! And welcome back here to Boylan High School in Rockford, Illinois, where we have girls basketball. The Hononegah Indians up on top of the home team, Boylan Titans, by a score of 9-4 after one quarter. Indians trying to continue their undefeated conference season. They've got a couple games left. Tyler, they're off to another strong start here in this one on the road in a hostile environment.
Scoring 9 points in the first quarter, like we talked about, is going to be a defensive battle. It's still a testament to them being able to find open shots, especially because Boylan's defense has been pretty rigid and stopping most of what comes at them.
We have another foul here. I think that one is going to be called to number 23, Allison Nealfilt. As here are the Titans in the half court. Three ball is lined up from Mariano, and no good. Rebound comes away. Here are the Indians. Here they are on the run out. Now they reset the offense, does Robinson. A three ball of their own as Johnston puts it down. Gianna Marinero for the Titans had that last shot. As the Indians extended their lead 12-4 following the three ball from Johnston. Here's Rose back over to Patalber. Gets it inside to Esparza. Again, this Hononegah defense looking very outstanding here in this first half of action. Esparza once again has the ball. She's doubled immediately. Patalber lines up the triple, and her shot goes down.
Cha-ching.
Back-to-back three-pointers, one for each squad. As Hononegah maintains a 5-point lead, 12-7, just underway here in the second quarter.
Great look for Patalber.
Here's Robinson holding the ball. Gets it up top to Dimke. Now Nealfilt has some space. She's going to see if she's going to take her defender off the dribble. Now picks it up. And the Indians reset their offense once again. Here's Robinson spinning. Dribble handoff. This one's going to be tipped away and taken by the Titans. Good play that time by number 14, Rose, who picked up her dribble. Was able to give it over to Patalber. Here's another three by the Titans. Marinero, no good. And bodies on the floor that time. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Indians, so they will get possession.
Our first jump ball of the night.
Saw quite a bit of those last week, did we, Tyler? Tonight, not so much. We'll see if that changes. Here's Johnson. Hits the ball across half court. And Titans in a man defense here to start this second quarter. Robinson trying to get some space. She is going to be guarded by Patalber. Johnson picks up her dribble. Good pass underneath that time to Dimke, who cannot connect with the shot. A defensive rebound by Petalber, and Titans have possession. Down court pass, dangerous pass over to Harder. First time we've said her name this evening. She just checked in a couple of minutes ago here in the second quarter. Cross court pass over to Petalber, who lines up another triple. This one high off the rim and glass, no good. Nice play over there by the camera person to collect that rebound. And it'll be Hononegah basketball.
And one thing I'm noticing from the Titans is they're picking up their dribble way too early, I would say. And if they're almost like scared to kind of press their defender.
Here is Johnson with the jump stop. And they're going to say it was a travel indeed. One of those plays that looks a little odd, and whenever you're officiating a game, if it looks weird, it's probably a travel. Here are the Titans getting the ball across midcourt. Esparza has it. They get it over to the corner, and a loose dribble that time, a turnover by Hernandez. As a wild layup by Robinson, no foul called. And here are the Titans on the run out. Tauber looking to line up her shot, gets hit, no foul call. Esparza from the dish as they make this a one-possession ball game.
Great dish right there.
And we're going to have no shot. There's a foul underneath. The defender got her hand inside the hip of the Indian. I'll say baseline out of bounds, but it'll stay with Hononegah.
One thing that the Titans can do to kind of open up their offense is
we got a three ball lined up. No good. Rebound by the Indians. Go ahead, Tyler.
Is make the Indians run. They're collapsing really hard on Esparza, so if they're able to feed Esparza, have them collapse, then kind of dish outside, make them run, get them tired. That might be a great way to kind of open things up for them.
Loose ball that time, so it's going to be Titan basketball. Some good defensive pressure applied on that possession. It's been a good start to this second quarter for the Titans. They've cut it to a 3-point lead. They've hit a couple of shots. A dangerous pass that time, but Rose is able to control. Now the ball's in the corner to Marinaro, and this one is going to be taken up by the Indians. Here's Robinson across half court. Picks up her dribble over to Neufeld. And looks like the Indians are going to reset their offense once more. A good pass that time, but a bit wild, and the Indians are lucky to still have this one, as this one is going to be drove into the lane by Simpson, and they're going to say that she hooked her defender, offensive foul, and it'll be Boylan basketball.
Boylan able to tie it up with a three-pointer on this possession.
Here's Harder who has it. A dangerous pass that time, but Rose able to collect. Over to Petalber. Wide open is Harder from the corner. This one gets the lucky bounce, and we've got a tie ball game. A triple by Kaylee Harder. It's 12-12. Robinson drives the lane. This one is going to be stripped away. And Boylan has it with a chance to take the lead. Looks like Marinaro had thoughts of throwing that one up. She did not, as it finds its way into the corner to Rose, trying to get it inside to Esparza. Turned over. Here's Robinson on the run out.
Just a little too hot to handle right there.
So the Titans are playing with a little bit of energy here in the second quarter, perhaps a little bit too much on that possession, leading to the turnover. Here are the Indians in their half-court set. Simpson over to Robinson. Robinson looking to take her defender off the dribble. She pulls up from distance and knocks it down. Olivia Robinson with a triple. And the Hononegah Indians take the lead once again with 2.5 left to go here in the second. And no foul call as Robinson ran over Harder. This one leads to a wide open three for Neufeld. And you can tell the Boylan Titans head coach is none too pleased with the officiating right now. We have a timeout, so we'll take a quick break and we'll be back after this. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. And welcome back here to Boylan High School as we've got girls basketball between the Hononegah Indians and Boylan Titans. Hononegah on top 18-12. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Friday evening. I am Trevor Larson alongside Tyler Fowler here on tonight's broadcast. Clutch Sports Media 815. Got a couple more weeks of basketball yet to come. Including a big matchup in a couple weeks, Tyler, between the Auburn Knights and Guilford Vikings. That one should be a good one towards the end of the season on Valentine's Day. So set your clocks. Could be a fun date night watching some excellent basketball here on Clutch Sports Media. Here are the Titans as they control the ball in the backcourt following the back-to-back made three-pointers by the Indians. Some space and ball controlled by the Titans. Here's Patalber now into the corner to Westland. And again, we just see the Hononegah Indians defenders really sprinting to the ball whenever a player gets it on the wing or inside the three-point arc. Patalber looking for a passing lane. Picks up her dribble. Defender falls down. She lines up a triple. This one no good. High flying rebound from Esparza. She throws it up. No good. Comes away with it. And we're going to say a foul is called underneath. I think that one's going to be tagged to Allison Nealfelt once again. That time Lillian Esparza really using her size. Haven't seen her do that a whole lot here tonight, Tyler. But a good play that time to control it and draw the foul from the defender.
Yeah, and for the most part, she's been posting at the free throw line as we have a missed three.
Tolver had a good look. Perhaps not the best look in the quarter, but she is a confident shooter, as we've seen here this evening. Here's Robinson stepping into the arc as her shot is up and good from the elbow. Nice little nifty move to create some space that time, and a two-point shot is good. Here's Hernandez down court. Patalber has some space, decides not to take the shot. Now resets.
Yeah, if I'm Boylan, I'm making Hononegah run and try to get the last shot.
About 50 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. It's been a lot of three balls here in the second. Scores 20-10 in favor of the Indians. As a bad pass is going to come away. Esparza is able to pick up that loose ball, and she draws another foul. Tyler, we haven't seen a lot of fouls here this evening. You got to think if the Titans are going to win this ball game, they've really got to start getting it inside the painted area and try to draw some fouls, get some free throws here in the game.
Yeah, and you definitely have to hope that whoever is getting fouled can make those free throw attempts.
35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Three ball wide open for Harder, and she knocks it down, her second of the quarter. As it's a 5-point lead. Hononegah responds right away as Nealfelt just 3 seconds after the Boylan three ball. The Indians hit one themselves, and they restore that lead to 8 points. Here's Esparza just beyond the free throw line. Her shot good. Quick pace here to end the second quarter. 23-17 in favor of Hononegah. 6 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Johnson picks up her dribble. Here's Robinson trying to get the shot off, and the Titans come away with it. So a wild sequence to end the second quarter. We had a couple of threes back-to-back. Esparza hits the last shot of the second quarter. So after two, it's 23-17. Hononegah on top. Tyler, the Titans went down big early. Seemed like they got a little bit of momentum. But the Hononegah Indians perimeter shooting, a really big story here tonight that has contributed to their 6-point lead.
And that's kind of been how they've matched Boylan and beyond Boylan is that perimeter shooting. Let's see what Boylan can do to kind of stifle that and what they can do offensively, kind of open up their offense a little bit more. get some points on the board.
And for the Indians, their defense was outstanding. Again, a little bit of offense was able to be had by the Titans in that second quarter. But for the most part here this evening, that full court press, they're really sprinting to the ball whenever a player gets it on the perimeter. They're not allowing Esparza to get into this ball game at all. I think she has 4 or 5 points on the evening. And, it's been a really impressive performance from this vaunted Indian defense.
And that's kind of been the story of the night is, Hononegah being able to stop this potent Boylan offense. Let's see kind of what the coach draws up for Esparza, but as for the Indians, kind of stick with the same game plan because it's working.
So we'll take a break here. We'll be back a couple of minutes prior to halftime to get you set for second half action. Again, you're watching high school girls basketball here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Hononegah Indians on top of the Boylan Titans 23-17. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. D1 Training Rockford. Try their Rockford training facility for free. Call 815-569-5630 to learn more. Train different with D1. 9 Iron Belvedere. Enjoy a virtual golfing experience all winter long for solo practice sessions, business gatherings, or date night. 9 Iron. Golf, game, gather. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler.
I think one of the special things about D1 is it's not about D1's goal. It's about your goal. Wherever you're at, whatever that goal is, maybe it's to make the high school team, maybe it's to lose 20 pounds, whatever it is, you show up, you tell us your goal, and let us help you get there. One of the themes at D1 is to level up. No matter where you are, our heart is to help you take the next step. What would be your goal? Why do you show up to train?
Personally, I would like to play football.
How can you get 1% better today?
Just beat the person next to me, be myself every day.
When you show up here, if you have that mindset of, hey, I got a goal, I'm going to embrace the grind, and I would rather experience the pain of discipline than the pain of regret. So what is D1 5-star training? Number one, it starts with a dynamic warm-up. They're getting our body in the position, in the place we need it so that we can perform, which is number two. Because performance for an athlete is king. But our effort is 90% or more of whatever exercise we were doing. Number three is strength. Then we get to really get into the weight room and focus on the strength. And number four is core and conditioning. For me, conditioning is not a lot about what you can do. It's about that place that you're willing to go. You're willing to push yourself, and then we finish with a cool down. So that's our 5-star workout here at D1. We believe it's proven. We believe it works. We believe it'll also work for you. So don't be afraid of showing up, and let us help you take the next steps.
D1. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. D1 Training Rockford. Try their Rockford training facility for free. Call 815-569-5630 to learn more. Train different with D1. 9-Iron Belvedere. Enjoy a virtual golfing experience all winter long for solo practice sessions, business gatherings, or date night. 9-Iron. Golf, game, gather. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler.
I think one of the special things about D1 is it's not about D1's goal. It's about your goal. Wherever you're at, whatever that goal is, maybe it's to make the high school team.
And welcome back here to Boylan High School, where the Hononegah Indians lead the Boylan Titans 23-17. Got a special halftime guest here, Daryl Watkins, women's head coach for Rock Valley College. Daryl, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, we're watching an excellent undefeated Hononegah squad. I understand the Rock Valley squad is also having a tremendous season as well.
Thank you. Yes, right now we're currently 24-0 overall, sitting at number 3 in the country in the national poll, and looking to continue this special season. We got some NIC-10 alumni on our team right now, and just always trying to keep that special talent here in the Rockford area.
And speaking of the women's game, we see some excellent players here on the courts tonight. A lot of, as you mentioned, some NIC-10 alumni. But both these squads really putting out an impressive performance here on the hard court this evening with two of the best teams in the conference.
Oh, yeah. They're playing really well tonight. They're pushing the tempo, playing with fast pace, taking the wide open shots, knocking down quick shots, which is really good, and which is how the game is kind of evolving. And it's kind of good to see that happening here in the Rockford area. These young ladies starting to really play that game at a high level, still playing that game at a high level, and continue to get the pub that they deserve. It's really nice to see you guys out here, getting this game on, and this is what they deserve, and this is what the game needs, and I'm glad you are here continuing to grow the game.
We've got a couple of games left for both these squads. I'm sure your season is winding down, but we look forward to seeing if you can continue your winning ways, and we hope that all our Rockford teams do well, and we'll be rooting for for Rock Valley. Thank you so much for joining us, Daryl.
Appreciate you.
As we got about a minute and a half left until second half tip-off here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Experience all winter long for solo practice sessions, business gatherings, or date night. 9-Iron. Golf, game, gather. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Seiler Financial, our family helping. And we are back live here, just a couple of seconds away from tip-off here in the second half. Again, 23-17 is the score. Tyler, what are you looking to see out of this second half of basketball?
I'm really excited to see kind of how Hononegah does in terms of fitness. I know we're well into the season, but constantly pressing and defending like they are, I know I'd be tired, so I can only imagine them.
Boylan will inbound the ball right here in the second half. The sides are going the opposite way here in the second. Boylan going left to right here from our view. Hononegah right to left. Here are the Titans trying to cut into this lead. They currently trail by 6 points, 23-17, just underway here in the second half here on Clutch Sports Media. Here is Esparza, has the ball, pivots and passes it out to Rose. Talber has it up top. She is guarded by Robinson. They've been going mano-a-mano here this evening. Two of the guards here for these squads. Again, Tyler, that defense just really collapsing whenever the ball finds its way into the corner. As this one's going to be a wild pass up to Patalber. She has it, gets it inside to Esparza. Back out, and once again, Titans have to reset on offense.
Yeah, and I mean, as you can see, they are covering some distance. So come that fourth quarter, I'd expect some kind of slow and tired legs.
And just a lot of perimeter ball movement here for the Titans to start off their first possession of the second half. So here's Esparza. She gets it out to Patalber. She lines up a triple wide open. No good. Rebound for the Titans, and it's going to be stripped away underneath by Robinson. Good play that time underneath the basket to come away with the ball. Here are the Indians across half court. Man-to-man defense Titans are playing here, as they have been for the most of the evening. Here's Dimke. And now Johnston has it. Tries to drive the lane. She's cut off that time. And once again, back out to Robinson. Kind of been a slow start to this second half of basketball. Both teams really trying to get their offensive sets correctly before they try to put up a shot. As here we have a layup in the lane off the side of the backboard. Indians retain possession. This one does not hit rim, and they're going to say it is Boylan basketball. Last touch by the Indians.
And a lot of it's just kind of feeling each other out. I mean, it's not the start of the game, but the start of the second half where adjustments have been made. You're kind of trying to see what each other are doing.
Hononegah not employing a full court pressure, about a 3/4 court pressure it looks like, as the Titans get the ball into the half court. Good play that time by Esparza on the jump pass. As it finds its way into the corner, a three is lined up and down. Gianna Marinaro with the triple, and it's a 3-point game here. 5.5 left to go in the third.
And that's that ball movement kind of helped create that.
Here is Robinson. She controls up top, guarded by Patalber. Very high dribble and right near the midcourt line. She picks up her dribble. Now she needs some help. And we're going to have a timeout by Hononegah. A bit of a mistake that time by the experienced guard. First timeout of the second half goes to the Indians. So we'll step away for a brief moment to hear a word from our sponsors. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable. So welcome back here to Boylan High School, where the Hononegah Indians lead the Boylan Titans 23-20. Been a bit of a slow start to this second half of action. Only a couple of shots as Robinson drives the lane. Her shot is blocked by Esparza, and the Titans come away with it. Marinaro has it on the run out. Now the Titans are going to slow up once again. They have a shot to tie this ball game with a three here. As this pass finds its way underneath, and it's a 1-point game. Lillian Esparza able to control the ball, as now she jumps out to guard the offensive player on the wing. Could have been a foul that time. She was a bit out of control on defense. Nothing called for the Titans' star player. As a good drive to the lane is Johnston. Her shot no good, and we're going to have a foul called. Looks like Boylan was hoping for the jump, but Harder gets tagged with the foul. It'll stay here with the Indians.
And Esparza, obviously, you've seen her in the lane most of the night, so I'm not exactly sure just how comfortable she is defending someone on the perimeter like that.
Here are the Indians following the foul on the Titans. And a 1-point lead for the Indians. They're hoping to clinch at least a share of the conference title with a victory here tonight. And we're going to have a charge this time by Robinson through the elbow. Great play that time by Petalber. And just like this, the Titans have a shot to take their first lead in quite some time.
And Robinson not too happy with that call. Feels there wasn't all that much contact there, but official made the call.
And perhaps a little bit of embellishment. It did look like a foul, however. You got to make sure you sell those whenever the hard elbow comes. Here's Esparza, gets it over to Petalber. Three was open for Westland, pulls it down, decides not to take it. Here the Titans are running overloaded personnel on the right side of the basket. As Petalber picks up her dribble, gets it to Esparza. Now back out to Westland and resets once again. Westland has it, a bit of a dangerous pass, but Petalber able to grab that one in with one hand. Looks like Hononegah might be employing a little bit more pressure on the ball here. See the defenders creep ever closer. Esparza has it, good pass underneath, but it's going to be tipped away at the last second by the defender, and it'll stay with the Titans as they'll have an inbounds play underneath their own basket on the baseline.
And if you're the Titan coach, you're more than okay with your team kind of just passing around as a three shot miss, rebound.
And up and no foul called as the Boylan bench is screaming at the officials. Head coach has to walk all the way towards the scorer table as he could not believe no foul call. And here are the Titans now. They get the ball inside following that play.
And just trying to find an open shot, making the Indians run, waste energy.
Petalber gets it to Esparza. Now back out to Petalber. Her three ball lined up just off the back iron. And what are we going to have here? A jump ball, but it will be Indian basketball as they had possession arrow. It's just been a very, very low scoring second half of action, Tyler. A couple of points by either squad as the lead hangs in the balance 23-22 in favor of the Indians, trying to stay undefeated on the road.
About 5.5 minutes into the quarter, and I want to say between the two teams, we've only had about 6 possessions.
Robinson picks up the loose dribble, and underneath the foul is going to be called Esparza, who got Dimke across the arm. Couldn't quite get the ball on that play as Dimke will go to the line to shoot two.
And Dimke and Esparza have been battling it out underneath the hoop when Hononegah has the ball. Not so much when Boylan has the ball. But like I was saying, very, very tough battle between the two.
First free throw, no good. Still a 1-point lead. Second free throw is up and good. So 24-22 is the score. Looks like Hononegah going to employ some full court pressure. Here is Petalber. She's got a 2-on-1. He stops inside the lane. That shot no good. Maybe had a player on the wing, decides not to pass it, as here are the Indians across midcourt. Yemke with the ball, hands it off. Free throw line jumper from Neufeld, no good, and a good strong rebound that time by Esparza.
And Boylan breaking the press, able to get it into their half.
Here is, again, good ball movement. A three-ball lineup for Harder. This one in and out. A great look at the basket as this pass is going to be down court and off the mark. Robinson looking for Neufeld that time. Perhaps waited about a half second too long to throw that one to her teammate. as it is wild, goes out of bounds, and the Titans take over on possession.
And those are tough passes for anyone. So you like your team to be aggressive, but as Dimke steals the ball.
Here's Dimke. She gets it over to Simpson, who's in the ball game. First time we've called her name here this evening. Just checked in. Pass underneath to Robinson, and we're going to have a traveling violation as Robinson took just one too many steps, as it looks like she had a little bit of trouble controlling that one on the initial pass. Here's Johnston now back over. As here are the Boylans now across midcourt. Tauber has it back over to Westland. And just really moving the basketball are the Titans as Esparza goes up for the shot. She'll get fouled underneath. And Tyler, she's got a chance to tie this ball game late. 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 24-23 in favor of Hononegah. Esparza with a chance to tie with 2 free throws right here.
And Boylan kind of employing an overload offense, trying to get 3 or 4 players on one side of the court.
Esparza's first free throw is up and good. Her second one has a chance to tie this ball game. We'll have a quick substitution before that. Looks like Rose checking back into the ball game.
Replacing Harder.
Crowd is silent as Esparza lines up her second free throw, and we got a tie ball game once again, folks. As Boylan's going to be employing some full court pressure. 50 seconds to go here in the third. 3 ball lined up for Simpson, and we're going to have 3 free throws upcoming. A little bit overzealous on the closeout, and that's a mental mistake that time for the Titan defender.
Yeah, she closed out pretty well right there. I really didn't think she needed to get into the opponent, as the first one is up and good, as that gives the Indians a 1-point lead.
Second free throw is up. This one no good. As we're going to have Natalie Harris checking into the ball game for Olivia Robinson. Called Robinson's name a number of times here this evening. She has really been all over the court. Simpson's third free throw is up, so she hits 2 of 3. And the score is 26-24 in favor of the Indians here on the road. Looks like this one might be tight down the stretch, just what we're hoping for on this rivalry evening between the top 2 teams in the NIC-10. Hononegah undefeated, Boylan with just 2 losses, including 1 to the Indians earlier this season. 33 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Here are the Indians. Ball finds its way into the corner. Marinaro steps into the lane, no good. Rebound to Esparza. She puts it up and ties it up once again at 26. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As Johnston has it. And I don't think she was expecting that ball. It's going to be tipped by Marinaro, however, so it'll stay with the Indians. But just a bit of a lazy pass that time. Could have been much worse for Hononegah, as they'll have a shot to get one more shot before the end of the third. 8 seconds left to go here in the quarter. They get the ball down low to Dimke. She is hounded by defenders. Ball finds its way for a 3. Up and good for Jordan Johnston off the glass, as the Indians will take a 29-26 lead into the fourth quarter. Stay tuned, folks. We've got an exciting finish for you here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by State Farm. We'll be back right after this. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. D1 Training Rockford. Try their Rockford training facility for free. Call 815-569-5630 to learn more. Train 9 Iron Belvedere. Enjoy a virtual golfing experience all winter long for solo practice sessions, business gatherings, or date night. 9 Iron. Golf, game, gather. And we are back here at Boylan High School where the Hononegah Indians have a 29-26 lead here with 1 quarter of basketball to play. Hononegah coming into the 4th quarter following a buzzer beater. Tyler, we've seen a couple of those this year. That one was pretty great. A high off the glass and goes in. That might not go in a pickup game, but this is real basketball, so the 3 points count the same. Here are the Titans. They'll start off this 4th quarter with possession, as that last buzzer beater was a bit of a buzzkill, as Harder had a 3 lined up, almost decided to pull the trigger, instead pulls it down and resets here on offense. Here's Patalber. Up top, she drives right, gets into the 3-point arc, and now the Indians reset an offense once again.
And just passing the ball, trying to find an opening, break down that Indian defense.
So again, ball in the corner, back up top to Rose. As she has it, looks like she was thinking about pulling the trigger, but instead decides to once again swing the ball. Got about a minute straight of passing here to start this one off, as we're going to have a foul. Has a bad pass, could have been stolen. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Allison Nealfelt. She had the right idea, but just couldn't quite get that tip. Instead, goes through the back of the defender, and it's going to be a foul.
Well, that's the one thing when you do swing it constantly around the perimeter is you begin to get easily read.
And we're going to have a timeout for Boylan as they want to reset. So we'll take a break, hear a word from our sponsors, and be right back after this. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. And we are here back at Boylan High School where the Indians are on top of the Titans 29-26. As the timeout was taken by the Titans, they'll get the ball inbounds. No shots yet here in this 4th quarter. Been a lot of passes here for Boylan as they have taken up this first minute and a half trying to get into their offense. Here are the Titans. This one's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Indian defender. So that was number 22, Danielle Franz, who got her hand on that one.
And what I'm noticing from the Indians is they are kind of slowing down when it comes to getting to the defender. So game plan is working for the Titans.
And a lot of ball movement up top. This Hononegah defense really staying in good positioning. And as I say that, Daniel Franz just goes through the offensive player once again. So a couple quick fouls, Tyler, and that's 2 here in the last 30 seconds for the Indians. So that'll be something to watch for if the Titans can continue that and perhaps draw some fouls, get into the bonus. Those free throws might be huge down the stretch. Here's Esparza. She gets it up top to Patalber. Her triple is no good. Rebound taken away this time by the Indians. Dimke pulls it down high as the Indians will control the ball in the half court. Their first possession of the 4th quarter here 2 minutes in.
And they may be looking to kind of kill some time right now with a 3-point lead. Just move the ball just like the Titans did.
Here's Johnston driving left, picks up her dribble, and this pass is going to be tipped away. Patalber comes away with it as she'll get it down court to Harder. And now back to Patalber as they want to reset the offense once more.
And if you notice now compared to earlier in the game, that pressure from the Indians at the top of the key really not there.
As we have a turnover, here's Robinson on the run out. Good defensive positioning by Patalber, but they're going to say she came through her hips that time, perhaps hit her on the shoulder. It looked like she might have had positioning, but that's not how the referees saw it. So we're going to have an and one opportunity for Olivia Robinson as she's got a chance to extend this lead back out to 6 points. Of course, those fast break opportunities are always really tough to get good defensive positioning, as any contact tends to look like a foul. As the free throw is up, no good, but rebound for the Indians, as looks like Neufeld might have gotten fouled on the arm. From our position, it looked like her hand got pulled away from the basketball. No foul call, however, and here are the Titans with the basketball.
And with the game not in a one-possession scenario, Boylan may look to kind of find a quick shot just like that as Esparza goes up and gets a 2 points, 3-point lead the Indians have.
A good pass over the top that time. Esparza able to use her body to shield her defender. Just a real easy shot that time as she got positioning underneath the basket with some space. As you mentioned, it's a 3-point lead here for the Indians. It's been tight here in the second half of basketball, as this shot is no good, but an offensive rebound. Neufeld came away with it, and she got fouled on the reshot. So we're going to have 2 more shots at the foul line, as looks like Patalber looking to check back in the game for the Titans once again.
That puts both teams at 2 fouls in the fourth, with about half of the quarter gone.
First free throw, no good. It's always dangerous. You know, you can't be missing those when you have a narrow lead as you do for the Indians. You really got to sink your free throws. Neufeld has an opportunity to make this a 2-possession ball game. Second one gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim. As a dangerous pass, but Esparza able to use that size once again to come away with the ball. Patalber over into the corner now, resets back up to Patalber. Westland has this one. Yeah, looks like the Titans, Tyler, looks like they're really trying to get the ball down low to Esparza here on these last couple of possessions. Last time out, they were able to get her the ball, and she put up 2 points. We'll see if the Titans can get a play going for her right now. Patalber thought about taking the 3, picks up her dribble, back up top to Westland. Now Patalber has it once again. Patalber with some space. She lines up a triple, and it's down.
Bang.
A 1-point ball game, 32-31 in favor of the Indians, as Patalber and the Titans have used that 3 ball to keep themselves alive here in tonight's basketball game. Here's Robinson driving right. She switches, and Patalber trying to get the ball as she goes down. Hopefully she gets up. A 3 ball for the Indians, no good, and it's going to be out of bounds. And Tyler, looks like Patalber is limping, comes up lame after that play. Couldn't quite see what happened, but it looks like she's going to tough it out and stay in the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to see it, and especially if it has a big impact on the last 3 minutes of this game.
3:10 to go here in this contest. It's a good pass over the top to Esparza. Patalber again staying in the ball game. She was able to get back up. The Hononegah crowd really pining for a travel. They did not call it, however. As here are the Titans in the front court with an opportunity to take the lead here late, as the Indians lead 32-31. This is Harder in the corner. Now Patalber has it, picks up her dribble, hands it off to Harder once again. Titans get the ball inside. Patalber has some space. She lines it up again, and this one no good. Rebound underneath by Esparza. Her shot looks like it was blocked, and we're going to have a foul called by the baseline referee. And a wild sequence will see the Indians come away with the ball.
Very intense moment right there, as you had the rebound and just a whole bunch of players grasping for that ball.
So inbound play will get set to go here. Tauber fixing her shoe that time, tying it around midcourt. Indians with a 1-point lead, 2:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be intense down the stretch. Energy is really up for both squads on offense and defense. Here's Robinson guarded up top by Patalber. Robinson jump stops, gets the ball down low, spin, layup. That time is up and good. Dimke with the nifty footwork.
Still only bad pass.
A bad pass on the inbound player. Robinson has it. A little bit too much pressure that time. As they're going to look to use some clock here. 1:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Hononegah on top by 3 points, 34-31. Robinson has it, tries to drive right. Her drive is, she's going to get by Esparza, and she's going to get fouled from behind. Might have had her on the swat down that time. So Robinson with an opportunity to make this a two-possession ball game here late. 1:40 to go, 34-31 in favor of the visiting Indians.
And that was just a hard shot in general. I don't think if you're Esparza, you really needed to do that. But two-possession game, so we'll see what they have in this last 1:40.
Robinson able to make her first free throw. Second shot is up and good again. So 5-point ball game here. 1:40 left to go in this contest. Titans having some issues getting the ball inbounds. Here's Harder across midcourt. She's got the ball dribbling down. Here's Patalber. Over to Harder once again. Resets up to Patalber. Here's Rose. Titans need to go a little bit quicker here. 5-point deficit with 1:20 to go in the contest. Patalber thought about shooting it. Harder has it. Down on the wing. She's doubled. Patalber with the ball. Gets it inside to Esparza. We'll have a foul as the three ball was good. So if you're the Titans, you didn't want that whistle to blow. But it'll be a foul on Hononegah as the Titans will retain possession. 1:10 left to go here in this contest.
A lot of ball movement, not necessarily player movement, which is kind of causing Boylan to kind of waste a lot of time.
This one finds its way inside. Good play that time by Esparza to Marinaro as the Titans pull within 3 with a timeout with an opportunity to hear once more from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this to finish this one up. The Rockford Lightning, Rockford's first semi-pro women's basketball team. Stay up to date on team news on their Instagram and Facebook feeds. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. And welcome back here to Boylan High School, where the Titans trail the Indians 33-36 here at home, as the Indians trying to keep their undefeated conference streak alive. They've used some good defense to maintain this lead. Titans have had a couple of opportunities. They've tied it. They took the lead once, but have not been able to consistently stay within the bounds of the game, as the Indians have had a couple of 5-6 point leads. We'll see if the Titans can get a stop here. They need a turnover, they need a 3-ball, or they need a couple of stops and a couple of shots to try and pull off this victory here tonight at home.
As Boylan is employing the full court press.
Robinson picks up her dribble, and we're going to have a timeout. We'll keep it here, Tyler, with 55 seconds left to go. And we haven't seen a lot of full court press for the Titans here this evening. 55 seconds left to go in the ball game. We'll see what this squad has in them. As we've seen a lot of half-court defense, some three-court defense, but again, the full court press, full court trap, that's not really been something that we've seen out of the Boylan squad here this evening.
Yeah, when 55 seconds left in the game, you kind of have to pull out all the stops, being down one possession. And I know we talked about it during the break, is in terms of offensively, Boylan has to go quicker. you don't want to limit the amount of possessions you have. So the faster the better, equals more possessions, more chances to tie up the game.
So 36-33 is the tally. Hononegah on top here on the road as they try to stay undefeated in conference. The Titans trying to hand the Indians their first conference loss in almost 4 years. Here's Robinson with the ball up across half court. 45 seconds left to go. We'll see if Boylan wants to employ some fouls here soon, as some confusion on defense allows the Indians to waste a little bit more clock. Here's Robinson with the ball around midcourt. So the Titans trying to go for one more turnover. 28 seconds, a loose dribble. Robinson maintains possession. She's hounded on defense, and we're going to have yet another timeout on Hononegah, as we'll take one more quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Faulk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! And welcome back here. 23.2 seconds left on the clock as the Indians on top of the Titans 36-33. It's going to be an intense game here down the stretch. We'll see if the Titans can get a turnover here on this inbounds play. Otherwise, it might be time to start thinking about fouling. Good pressure by the Titans as the Indians are able to get it in. And we're going to have a foul on Bailey Westland, as she almost had the steal on the inbound play. Couldn't get both hands around the basketball before she contacted the Indian player, that's number 23, Neilfat, with the ball. So Neilfat will be shooting here at the line, trying to extend this to a two-possession game. Her first free throw is up and good. 4 points is the margin. It's a critical free throw coming up right here, trying to extend this to 5 points. Second free throw is good for the senior. There's Patalber. The Indians got to go really quickly. 20 seconds left to go in this ball game. Got to get the ball across half court. Here's Patalber driving the lane, and it's going to be a charge on the senior, as she was a little bit too out of control that time. 13.7 left to go. 5 points is the lead for Hononegah. Boylan has to foul immediately on the inbound play. Indians trying to get it in. They do to Robinson, and she is fouled in the backcourt by Patalber. And a couple of free throws might be all she wrote in this one. We'll see if the senior guard for the Indians can sink it and lead her team to victory here on the road.
Clearly, you're hoping she at least misses one, if not both.
Her first free throw is up and good. So a 6-point margin for the Indians. The second one might put this one out of reach. She misses it. Still a shouting chance, as it does not go down. Here's Patalber. 10 seconds left to go. They've got to get a three up right away. And a little bit too much time. A three is up for Esparza. No good. Loose basketball, but that'll be all she wrote, as the Indians stay perfect on the road. They come away with the victory here tonight at Boylan Catholic High School. They win this one 39-33. Tyler, what are your some final thoughts on both of these squads here this evening?
I feel we got the game that we expected, a very close game. Very hard-fought win for the Indians. Both teams played sloppy at times, but overall, it was a great game to watch.
It came right down to the end of it. It does end up being a 6-point victory for the Indians. Again, With this victory, they clinch at the very least a share of the NIC-10 Conference Championship, a place that they have been so accustomed to over the past few years. They stay perfect in conference. And for the Titans, they still have had a great season. They have an opportunity to finish out the season with some strong victories upcoming here in the last week and a half of NIC-10 play. We're excited to see what both of these teams can do in the postseason. Before we go away, Tyler, we saw some great performances by both sides, but now it's time to name the Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game. Who do you got here for those Indians and their victorious squad?
I would say at times this player took over the game and did what she needed to do to make sure her team pulled out that victory. I'm going to go with the senior guard, Olivia Robinson. She was deadly from three and was able to help facilitate this victory tonight for the Indians.
So for Tyler Fowler, I have been Trevor Larson here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Again, final score here in tonight's ballgame, Hononegah 39, Boylan 33. To see highlights, pictures, videos from this ballgame, be sure to follow us on social media, Instagram and X or Twitter at Clutch Sports 815. We got some great pictures, we got some great highlights for you, and we'll find even more videos from in and around the league. So again, final score on the road, Hononegah victorious over the Titans 39-33. We'll see you next week for more girls basketball.